Welcome back, everyone, to another incredible episode of Chat with Dan. Now, before we start, I just want to thank you so much for taking the time to checking this out. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow, it helps a lot, and again, thank you. Have an incredible day or evening, depending where you are, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Welcome back, everyone, to another incredible episode of Chat with Dan. For today, we have on the show the incredible, the amazing, the badass, the superstar Eva. Eva, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. That sounded nice.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, what better way to have an epic, badass day than to be chatting with someone as badass as you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, kind of need you to be like every day waking me up, going like, "Hey, here's Ava,
Okay. Okay.
badass."
All right. So I was
I'm
like,
gonna
about.
start my day like that.
All right. I will record. I will record sometime for you, so you can put it as an alarm. I got you. All right.
Thank you.
Perfect. For those who don't know, who is the incredible, amazing, badass superstar Eva? Please tell us who you are.
Yeah, okay. I don't see myself that way, kind of, to be honest. To be
Yeah.
really honest, I don't. Yeah, so I'm from Iceland originally. I'm but based in Austria, Vienna now, and I'm an actress and producer. And I've had the luck to be able to be in few films and produce from few films and yeah, commercials and stuff like that. So yeah.
That's incredible. That's incredible. So you're from Iceland. That's pretty cool. You know, fun fact: a couple of years ago, I had the idea to go to Iceland and actually live there.
You can still do that.
I can still, yeah, yeah. I was having like that bug in my head, like, why at some point don't go to Iceland? You know, it sounds interesting.
It is really nice. The nature, everything is beautiful. So I do recommend it. It's I don't know, it depends on how you are with energy and stuff, but there's a lot of good energy there, I have to
Oh,
say.
that sounds cool. It sounds like the okay. All right. Now, before we start this episode, I do want to thank those who are watching this. Thank you so much. If this is your first one, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, follow. It helps a lot. If this is your fifth one or sixth one, keep watching them. Share them with friends and family. And now, jumping straight to the interview. Let's go back in time and tell me where the journey began. Like, what made you want to start into the whole acting?
Hmm. I think it started like I want to say like I want to be like everyone is like, oh, when I was a little child, da, 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 but it wasn't like that.
Okay.
It was kind of um I don't know, I started like 10 years ago and I just felt this urge was like this creative urge. Like I've always loved films and I've like I live in that world and it gave me so much and I felt like this, I don't know, to be creative, to be able to give people that what films gave me was something that I was very very interested in. And then I started like with like everyone else, like some acting classes and stuff
Hmm.
like that. And I was dying because I was so shy
Yeah.
and I didn't really want to show myself. And I was like, what am I doing here? Why am I doing this? I didn't really understand myself, to be honest. But there was something inside of me that just didn't allow me to let go.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I'm glad today that I did not let go because that was the journey into, I don't know if you're into like shadow sides and stuff like that, but acting has been for me the most profound journey I've ever been on to just find out and see like who am I, what I can do. And yeah, so it's been really amazing, I have to say, and still is.
That's incredible. And when you started to make those first steps on your acting career, tell me
Mhm.
what were some of those challenges that you came up?
Oh my God. Like the biggest fear I have, and that's one that's like kind of now, thank God, after some years, is better is this the fear of not being good enough.
Mm,
It was so big that I remember the first auditions that I went on. I I froze.
mm,
I walked into the rooms and I froze. I was so afraid of it. It was terrible. That's what I said. I questioned myself. I was like, why am I doing this? Like I could be doing anything else. Why do I want to do this? I don't get it. Um and that was the biggest challenge for me was honestly being in my own way pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow. I mean, it is scary. I mean, yeah, it is scary, but also the fact that as an actor you will sometimes put yourself in a very vulnerable position. I mean, that is super scary for sure.
yeah, yeah, it is. It really is. But yeah, I'm glad that I didn't give up and that I still, am in the game and
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm trusting in it, kind of.
That's incredible. Now, tell me, focusing a little bit more on your acting career, how you prepare a character. Now I understand, of course, that depends on the role. But what
Mm.
is your initial approach before diving into this process?
So I work with, I don't know if you've heard about her, Ivana Chapak. And I work with her. I even have the book here, so I'll show. She's amazing. I highly recommend her stuff. That's like this is like a little bit of a Bible sometimes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a really beautiful tool to like just start with. But then I work like intuitive. Like
Mm,
I that is kind of like when I get the script or I'm working on it, every day I'm thinking about it. Every day it's like with me, the role, the character. I'm thinking about when I'm shopping, how would she shop? Or, things like that. Is
mm,
that her
mhm.
voice? Is it different? And I trust a lot my gut feeling there too. So I think it's like the combination of that. And I've done a lot of other methods too.
Mhm.
Grotowski, Meissner, and Uta Hagen now too. And so it can be that I also combine that I just out of every single method that I'm like, okay, this would help me today with that
Okay.
to dive deeper.
And has it ever happened to you that during the process of a character you got stuck? And if it happened, how you managed to get out of that situation and continue with this process?
Um, that's why I like when I have more time.
Mhm.
The good thing is it's okay to be stuck. It's a part of it, and that's fine. And also, I'm very lucky. I have a very good acting community and a teacher too, and coaches. I've always made sure that I'm in coaching
Mhm.
because I realized that acting it is like if you're playing the piano, you can't just go to the concert and play. You have to train every day. So I,
Absolutely.
I make sure that I'm training, every day. Do a little bit for my act, something for my acting in some way.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
And let's say that one day I call you and I
yeah.
tell you that I want to become an actor. Now, I don't have any experience at all, of course. So,
Mhm,
based on what you know, what do you
mhm.
think would be important for me to know before jumping into this career?
Mm. One thing you said is that jumping into this career, it is a career. And that one understands it's like it's a business
Yeah.
and you are the product.
Okay. Hmm.
That's one thing I think is not said often enough to us actors is that you are the product and that's okay. You don't have to be ashamed of it or anything. It's a good thing. But just that you're aware of it. That train, yes, go find your community, your tribe, have because that's beautiful because then you're not on your own. That is the one that I'm with now is Tia's, the International Acting Studio
Hmm.
with Adam Davenport. I like highly recommend that one, obviously. But like find your community where you are, people that just share this love
Yeah.
because it is a very strange world. It's like people go into it and they know that there are not so many actors that really make it or stuff like that, so it's important that you're just doing it for the love of it, like
Mhm.
that is this is something that I really enjoy and love and want to explore even more, and that's why I would say community, that is having a coach or workshops and stuff like that,
Mhm.
start there, and never ever forget that it is a business and you are the product. That means it's to work on marketing yourself.
Yeah, I mean, also you need to learn how to sell yourself at the end of the day, right?
Yes, the marketing part. That is important. And
Absolutely.
that's not easy.
Yeah, no. No. No, it's not. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Now, during your whole acting career, tell me what has been some of the worst auditions you ever had?
So I've had, as I said before, I've had a few of them because I didn't really, trust myself and was very much afraid and always questioned a little bit like, why am I doing this? Because I was that scared. But I think the worst, and I can't get that one out of my head, was when I walked in and I did my thing, and that is years ago, and the director looked at me and said, "Thank you for learning your lines," and I was just like, I was like, "I'm gonna
Yeah,
die."
of course.
And I walked out of that audition and I just started yelling up the street. I was like yelling like crazy. I'm sure I'm sure they heard me in the room afterwards. I was so angry at myself. And I was like, why am I doing this? Why? Like, Eva, you could do anything else. Just why?
Mm.
So that was, I think it's still like my worst, to be honest.
It was, yeah, I can understand. Yeah. I mean, it is, yeah, I mean, and how you manage, the to get out of the second thoughts, after it happens, right? That after you do something important, you start to question yourself, like, why I didn't do this, why I didn't say this instead of that, like how you manage to get out of those thoughts and to be back in your day. Because I mean, let's face it, if you let your mind get involved into these thoughts, once you realize it's been already 2 hours and you haven't done anything on your day, you know what I mean?
That's why I started doing a lot of inner soul search kind of thing. Like
Okay.
we work on like beautiful podcasts like what you have here that are for like diving deep. Oprah Winfrey, obviously,
Of course.
and in all these directions. And Mary Forleo, I think Forleo is her name, right? Do you know her?
Who?
Anyway, she is Mary
Mhm.
Forleo. I hope I'm not butchering her name. She was going to be like, no,
Yeah. Okay.
everyone knows her. I'm just butchering her name. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Anyway, she is like these coaches that are out there have been online a lot. I've done a lot of that and do it every day. I'm making sure that I'm listening to something that uplifts me. To like just today, I had a call back for this amazing commercial, which is pretty cool. And then they called today and said they were so sorry, but it's not me. So it was two of us, and it's
Mm.
not me. And in that moment, it is like it hurts, and then you're like, okay, you have to move on. And to be able to do that, as you were asking, you just have to find, like, I meditate a lot. I
Mhm.
do that to quiet my mind,
Mhm.
quiet this crazy, when it's like, oh, it's because I wasn't this or because I wasn't that. Those negative thoughts. And yeah, and listen to podcasts a lot. I do.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, it's yeah, like it is important to make sure that you are healthy on your mind, right? I mean,
Yeah.
because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, your whole body is the instrument who makes sure that you can perform in anything that you want. So it is, yeah, it is important to maintain it into a healthy level, your mind and heart, so you can keep up performing. So I can understand that.
Yeah. And there's one thing that really helped me, and that is horse riding.
Oh, you do
I
know
was
how? That's pretty cool. Okay, that's
Yeah,
badass.
and the way it helped me is that 2 years ago I was so scared of it because I had as a child fallen off back and blah blah, so I didn't want to. And I started, and I was like, okay, I need to go there. I need to see, can I do this? And I could overcome that fear, which was huge. It was really terrifying, to be honest. And that has helped me a lot. It's helped me a lot. And now, and my trainer just gave me, I think I started like a month ago riding a stallion. And again, the whole fear came up again. And I was just like, oh, why am I doing this again? It's always me questioning myself. But that has given me so much courage and just this seeing what I'm able to do and overcome. That has helped me a lot too. So I highly recommend that if you can find something. I've heard like surfing is amazing,
Yeah.
or, so yeah.
So something like that. Okay. So you do know horse riding. That's pretty cool.
I really do know. Yeah.
I always wanted to try that. That and skydiving, it's on my bucket list for sure.
Yeah, skydiving, I have to do that too. Right, I haven't done that. And the
right?
horse riding is it's pretty cool because I did fall off then, and I, like, fell obviously on my face. It's like, funny thing, like, how do you fall? You fall on your face. So it's like the half of my face was, like, bloody, and I was like, "God." But, it's I don't know, it's about not giving up and standing
Yeah.
up again.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. I love it. Now, let's say that one
Mhm,
day Netflix, HBO Max, Disney Plus, you name it, they call you and they tell you that they have this idea, which goes that they're gonna make a film in which all of the characters you have played at the moment, they're gonna
mhm,
gather to celebrate your birthday.
mhm.
So the film needs a name. So how would you call it?
Oh, drama, baby. It's
Okay.
always that's what I would call it. It's been pretty, yeah, dramatic. It's more in that direction, characters, so, yeah.
So definitely will be a very dramatic birthday. Okay, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. And out of out of all of the characters that you have done, if you could, let's say, one day go to party, you will go to this party, which character would you take along with you so you can go to that party?
Okay. There, I would take Barbara, the gynecologist from Hot Mess. That is a series that I just produced and acted in with my partner. She is the Evelyn Tolman. She's an amazing actress slash writer, director, producer. She's amazing. And the character I play in Hot Mess in the series, we shot the pilot, and we've had the luck that we've been in a few or bigger film festivals. Very
Hmm.
lucky. And she needs to get out there. She needs to enjoy life.
Okay.
She needs to have a party. That woman. So yeah, I would definitely take her with me just to
Mm,
show her that life can be also nice and fun.
yeah.
And
Okay. Okay. Now, what about describing your whole career, but on a drink? How would you call this drink, and what would it have?
okay, now you're gonna laugh. So I don't drink.
Okay.
There we start. So I would have to call it water because that is my favorite drink. And it
Okay.
feels, I drink hot water. I know I'm a little bit crazy. So when I'm at a restaurant, I come in and they're like, "So would you like to drink?" I'm like, "Could I have hot water?" They're like, "Hmm." I'm like, "Tea without the tea in it." So that's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
But why water? I think maybe that's kind of the way I would love to have it and see it, is that I always find my way somehow.
Mm,
Water does.
okay.
Yeah. So it's not that I'm like planning everything. Like that's kind of hard. You can. There's so many factors that it's not just you.
Hmm.
But it feels a little bit like that. That it is like water in the sense of that I find my way. Like, somehow I do.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty meaningful. Pretty deep.
Mm.
Pretty okay. I like it. All right. Now,
Now you
what
have to
motive?
drink hot water.
Yeah.
Now you have to start drinking hot
I will
water.
start drinking hot water. Tell me. And fun enough, whenever I will drink hot water, I'll be like, okay, so this is how Eva career tastes. I get it now.
Yeah. You're like,
Okay.
yeah. You're
All
like,
right.
that is so boring.
All right. All right. And what motivates you? We all have those days that we just want to quit. I mean,
Yeah.
it's impossible not to have them. So how you manage to get out of those toxic thoughts and to be back again on this road, on this building, let's say, that you have built for so many years now.
Yeah. Wow. Yes, I have those days. Yes, they come often.
Yeah.
Yes, there are really days where I really have questioned, like, what am I doing? Why? As I said in the beginning, even when something happened, it was good. All of those things. I do have to come back to the community that I've now found through TIAS, the International Acting Studio. I have to say that is very motivating. There's so many like-minded people there, obviously actors and creatives, and that helps a lot. My amazing partner that I talked about, Evelyn Tolman, the both of us, we bounce off a lot of ideas and talk. And if we're having shitty days. Can I say
Yeah,
that?
of course. Yeah, you're fine.
It's good to have a friend. It's good to have someone to talk to and be able to, just bounce off and just go like, okay, where am I going with this? So that's, I think what can be really hard is if you are constantly alone with you know, with your doubts, with your fear, with your sorrow. If you
Mhm.
just like, I think that could be really, really hard. I do that a lot too, but it is really good to have a community around you. That does help a lot.
Yeah, yeah. And also, I do think that that if your family and friends, because it can happen, that they would not kind of support in what you do because they think that it would be a waste of time. So what
Mm.
happens? It's important for you to find then the community who can support you on that situation whenever you have like those down moments, right? Which it's difficult, of course, but once you find it, I mean, I wouldn't say, yeah, I will back a little bit because I would say that it's not difficult. It's easy, but you need to find that community first so you can have like that support, which is important. So
Yeah, and it is like that your family, it's such a strange world, the acting community and all that. And it's hard sometimes for people outside to understand it, or then to even be able to support you, you know.
mm,
And that can be hard. That can be really hard.
yeah,
But again, there's the community which plays a big role.
there you go. And my last question: what can we expect from you in the future? Hit it.
Hit it. So all you mentioned before, like Netflix, Amazon, they can all come. They're all welcome. So what it's now is that we're working on, as I said, the series Hot Mess, which is pretty cool. And now what we're doing is getting it out there, that we can just start. We want to shoot, to be honest, like next month, just the next episode. And Evelyn has amazing episodes that she's written, and they're so fun and funny, and just something that hasn't been out there on the market. So that's the one that we're concentrating on, is like getting it out there, that just everybody can enjoy it and have fun. And it's yeah.
There you go. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm super sure that everyone is gonna love it. I mean, let's be honest. It's gonna be amazing, that's for sure. And I mean, I love what you do. It's incredible. It's it's badass, let me just say. But the fact that you are making it happen, that is one of the things that I love about interviewing actors, because you guys at the end of the day are showing us, besides giving us epic stories, so we can all enjoy, you are also showing us that it is possible. Everything is possible, of course. And I do think that when you have that idea in your head that everything is possible, things will
Mhm.
start to get a little bit easier, because when you want to start doing something new, you just don't know at first what the hell you're doing. But the fact that you have overcome those challenges, as we spoke before, and you push forward, and you have also those moments in which you think yourself, should I continue or not, and you still moving forward. I mean, that's badass. And I'm super sure that our next conversation next time, it's gonna be about the multiple thousands projects you have been in, because it's incredible.
Thank you so much. And that's what you're doing, right? Thank you for that. Like, you stood up, you found an outlet for you. Like, this is what do you want to do? And we all know it's not easy.
Mm.
And so I think that is amazing.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you. I do appreciate that a lot too. And
yeah.
I also want to thank those who watch this. Thank you so much. If you are either watching this or listen to it, make sure to go follow Eva in her social media, like right now. The episode is about to be over, so in the description below you will find her link to her Instagram. So follow her. Let's make her viral. Hashtag Team Eva, because she's incredible. She's amazing. And again, thank you so much for making this happen. Eva, have an incredible upcoming weekend. Keep inspiring, keep creating, and most important, keep being this incredible, badass, amazing, super superstar, badass person you always are. And I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you so much. I love how that sounds.
All right.